This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode something or other. I am Brian Kilby. With me this week, it's 7:44. With me this week, we have Rob. Hey, Rob.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not too bad. I've been up early like 2 days in a row, so I am trying not to fall asleep in my chair. But other than that, I'm good.
What's early?
At this point, for me, early is like before noon. Honestly,
Okay.
I am not good with the schedule thing anymore because I do what the folks need during the daytime, and then at night I do the YouTube stuff and whatever else I have time
When
for.
I was taking care of my folks, I would normally, oftentimes, sleep until about 2:00.
Mm-hmm. That's about where I get up, unprompted these days. So that's about where I'm at.
Totally get it. Diecast.
Yo.
You still haven't bought a house near me.
Nope. I try. It's hard.
So, what's the expectation here? So if you buy a house near me, are you eating dinner with me every night? Or is this going to be like, oh yeah, Diecast lives here. I've not seen him in months.
Yeah. It's probably going to be more like that. depending on, the job situation. I mean, with the hours I work right now, I'm lucky I can see family, let alone.
Why don't you move close to Don then? I can still see you guys every couple months that way.
Yeah. Don, is there like a house for sale next to the one you bought?
Okay, you say that, and now I'm picturing Goof Troop with me as Pete, and you're moving in as Goofy. No, there's no houses within 50 miles of anywhere around here.
50 miles aren't bad. Okay, well, again, Don. We also have John here.
Yo, what's up?
You're on video. So, what are your? I forgot.
Yeah.
What are your arcade?
What? I'm on video.
Yeah. What are your cabinets back there?
Oh, well, as my other light goes out, they're not cabinets. They're shelves. So it's just like wire shelving with
arcade one-up cabinets.
Oh, those cabinets.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is it? The first run of Street Fighter Champion Edition, the Mortal Kombat 2, the Special Edition Marvel Superheroes, and the Final Fight cabinet. And then you can't see, but the Ninja Turtle one is in here too.
So the
Nice.
Marvel Superheroes, is that the one with the Sandwa buttons?
Yeah.
Does it feel better than like the others?
Yes.
So yeah.
But
okay.
I have modded the Street Fighter one, so it's got Sandwa parts in it too. But the compared to the other ones, oh yeah, for sure.
I need to do that. I don't hate the arcade one-up buttons, but I can definitely tell the difference.
They're better than they have to be. It could definitely be a lot like cruddier construction, and they're very easy to mod. So I appreciate that.
Are they concave or convex Sandwa buttons?
The convex.
Okay.
The convex.
Yeah, so normally Sandwa buttons are convex, but I guess you could put a concave.
Yeah.
I like the HAPS, like the concave buttons and the HAPS cherry switches, but you could switch out the different button tops, I think. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure I've ever used an arcade machine that didn't have concave buttons. Now that you mention it,
it's a Japanese thing. Like in Japanese
Gotcha.
arcades, those are primarily, and then like joysticks that you get in the U.S. It's more, I think, the convex because they originate in Japan usually.
Japanese like Optimus Prime.
Yep, exactly.
I am Optimus Prime. I am Japanese.
those are the convoy buttons.
Convoy buttons.
Oh man,
Love that.
Wah,
I'm
wah,
writing that
wah.
down. Convoy
Yeah.
buttons. Convoy.
we need a laugh track.
Yeah. Hold on. Do I have one? Let's see if it works. I never use this. Remember when I used to use this crap all the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the audience? Where's the live audience?
I'm trying to find it. There it goes.
Yeah,
They're not
live.
they're not labeled, and I never use them.
Film before a live audience.
Yeah, like my mixer here has like that function on it, and I just specifically never use it. So, okay, but now I know where the laugh track is. Okay, yeah, like if you're a newer listener, like 7-8 years ago, it was this crap all the time. I got tired of it. So I almost stopped myself. I'm going to turn it off.
We just got tired.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
So
Chris
Us and everybody else. So
yeah. Chris is not here. He is on assignment. Matt is not here. He is also on assignment. So, let's see here. What do we got going on? There's nothing as far as events go. Everything is basically done for the end of the year. No, actually, no. Here in a month, we have, the PulseCon.
Oh, PulseCon. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's where Chris is right now. He's in line for the exclusives. And the
a couple of us are still planning on going to TFCon.
yes. Although they canceled our breakfast, I think.
Did they?
So they lowered the rate because they canceled breakfast because I guess the place is closed because of COVID.
Wait, is it like the breakfast in the hotel, or is it like in a breakfast event?
I guess it's the breakfast in the hotel.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I'd rather pay the extra to have the breakfast, but I mean,
safety first, but that's still, it sucks.
Yeah, the free continental breakfast in hotels, it is a victim of COVID for sure.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
Yeah. No bagels.
I mean, but like Brian always says, get vaccinated if you're not.
Yes, please.
It's the only thing that's going to, really kick this thing in the.
It's the only thing that's going to bring back the free waffles and the cool cereal dispenser.
I need my breakfast.
Yeah. Little cartons of milk and most semi-fresh, fruit.
This isn't about the rest of the world anymore. It's about me.
About me.
You're affecting my breakfast.
Yeah. So HasCon, HasCon was like this week, like 4 years ago or last week. Yeah. I was looking at pictures. I'm like, wow, that was what life was in the before times, and it was amazing.
And it was effectively like an indoor playground for kids.
It was like an indoor playground for middle-aged kids.
Okay, and their families if they were there, maybe.
Yeah.
I always see the photo of Melt You or You Melt, pop up on my phone, and I'm just like, I want to go back there.
Yeah, I try to recreate some of their stuff at home, and it's usually still pretty good. Cool. Okay.
I've never seen another place like that.
Yeah, and that would be an easy format. Basically, it was a grilled cheese restaurant, and it was one location.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was one location, so it was
love
good.
those.
Yeah, it was really good. Okay, but yeah, that is what, in a month, a little over a month.
October. Yeah, I think it's when we're down at TFCon.
Yeah, was that the 24th?
Yeah, 23rd, 24th, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll do a live stream. To coincide with PulseCon. We'll do a live stream, even though they do like a live stream now for Toy Fair. They did, but I don't see us doing that. But if something big happens, we'll cover it that weekend. But yeah. Okay, I guess we can jump into the news. There's not a whole lot going on. I wanted to see where we're at when it comes to Victory Saber. Out of the targeted 11,000, we were at 7,697 with 25 days left.
They need to shorten these projects, because even if they shorten it by, 45 days? So if they shorten it by 15 days, I really don't think it's going to affect the number of backers that much.
I think it would. I think that would a little bit.
I think most people back at the end anyway. So
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Matter if it ends in
we've heard
45 days or 90.
We've heard from people who who were trying to get the cash up to get it, and just weren't able to, in a window. So
yeah, more advance warning does help with that.
But also at the same time, a lot of times you might have the money for to do it, then your car might break down or whatever. So you give more opportunities. So it made for specific people, it might impact them, but the general number diecast, your point, it might all just go out in the wash. But yeah, it looks like that's going to fund. Right now, it's 182 backers for the Eagle Moss Transformers chess set, and with 8 days left. So it'll end next Thursday. Not expecting that to fund.
So do we have any idea where that bump came from late last week, or whenever it happened?
I don't
Do we
know.
know?
I don't
Do
know.
we do we know if they added in like Takara's totals yet or not?
I don't know, Don. I really don't. I don't know what the window is. I would think that I would think that the Takara window is not done. I would think that it would be an incremental add or addition. So I would think it would be like part of Takara's, count. They're probably just throwing that number in as they add, maybe weekly or something. Total conjecture. I don't know.
Yeah, I've not been online much this past week with everything going on, so I didn't know whether I had missed any information or not.
Hasbro's not forthcoming with that. It's not like they're sharing that information. I think before with Unicron, we were able to infer when Takara's number was added, but just at the rate that it's going and the size of the bump, I don't have a good feeling for what that was.
I think it's funny that they're showing us the gray prototypes, or it not in color, because I almost think they don't want another Unicron situation where everyone complains about the color not matching what we saw in the original photos.
This isn't $600, and it's not something that's basically all one color either.
I'm just saying it's interesting we're not getting color photos now.
Yeah, I hear what Diecast is saying. I think they probably are really hesitant to show anything that isn't like final. Like this is definitely the production colors. Like they don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Were
there color images of Unicron while the crowdfunding was still live? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like it was what we thought was like pre-production samples and things like that, and it ended up being effectively production. With the Blue Maw and all that. All that fun stuff is actually in the pictures. We just didn't think like that was the actual final color breakout, but it was.
Huh. Yeah, so that's the thing. Hey, just real quick, Willjack64 in our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord. You should be there. It's where we chat with folks during the show and during the week. Willjack64 just posted something to the Discord from TFW, the TFW forum. It looks like it was originally posted to Reddit that Studio 78 Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe was found at retail at a Meijer.
Huh.
Best movie ever.
Interesting. He's saying it's unannounced. I don't follow the movie studio series stuff like I should. But I don't remember that being announced either. So
I thought it might have turned up on the rumor list, but I don't know that anything was said otherwise.
Yeah. So that's funny. It's so weird.
Like it's reached a point where I kind of can't separate the rumor list from reality anymore. So no, I honestly don't know.
The rumors that have popped up, I prefer Hasbro announce this stuff, but the rumors have been so from the sources that we have been so consistent and accurate.
Yeah,
you might at this point you just might as well assume that whatever they say is accurate.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't remember any false rumors.
Well, I mean, it's like saying, "Hey, my cousin in Trinidad, his friend, found this Studio Series 78, Sideswipe." You probably can assume that's not true. But there's a photo of this, and the rumor list has been proven to be true in general. So, okay, cool. Okay, let's move to news that we sort of prepared. So RSC News Desk 148. Let me pull this up. Chris posted this yesterday. Draculus revealed, and the fall toy season begins. So. We knew that Target has their what is it called?
Red Card?
No, Geek.
Geek Out,
the
Geek Out
big
event.
collectible thing.
Yeah, Summer Geek Out or whatever.
Yeah, so it's similar to the Walmart Collectors event, except for apparently a little better. we knew that we were going to get a couple things there. They announced it last week, right? Draculus, which was again on the rumor list. Yeah,
This was not on my radar at all. Like you even said, we talked about it.
We've talked about it.
And I don't know if I just forgot or maybe I was out that week. Like, because I'm really digging this figure. Like,
yeah,
really cool.
And also Road Rage. And Road Rage is going to ship in just a couple weeks. Draculus is going to ship in, I think, December. So it is just basically a repaint of Mind Wipe.
With a cape.
With the soft parts cape.
New torso.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely new torso.
Yeah, and it looks really nice. I'm all about this. There was when was it supposed to be? Late G1, was it Headmasters era after they were looking to do sort of a crossover event sort of as well with at least Dracula, if not more. Don, what do you remember about that?
I just remember it showed up in some data mining, and that was the conjecture being Mind Wipe, and that's really all I remember as far as, because there's been speculation ever since they finally revealed the pictures last week.
No, the G1.
Sorry. What was the question again?
Don, maybe you should just drink some caffeine or stop watching Star Trek. Or
I'm not.
What If.
No, it's sorry. It's just a very long day. I thought I understood what you were asking, Brian. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So this is there was back in G1 we were supposed to get something similar to this, and this is sort of I don't know that the roots are there. I'm certain there's it's not like because that happened this happened, but there was supposed to be something similar back years ago that we were.
I don't remember anything being talked about with the G1 Mind Wipe. I know we got the black recolor of Bat Optimus Primal as Onyx Primal as a BotCon exclusive, but I don't remember Mind Wipe and Vorath slated for anything as far as a recolor. I don't remember anything about that.
Wasn't there a G1 knockoff of Mind Wipe along these lines?
Now there was a Converter's Robat that was a Bat and Robot from the Converter's line.
So
okay, question for you.
Real quick, let me get this out here. So instead of relying on Don, I'm relying on the TF Wiki. Just pulled it up. So there was a Transforming Dracula toy proposed in the 80s, part of a vintage horror movie series, which we have art for, but nothing ever made it past that. The art was found in the Generations Guidebook.
That's a deep cut.
Let me just show it off here. It is a deep cut. Let me just show it from the wiki. So there's going to be Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Fly.
Waspinator.
Waspinator's not a fly.
Yeah, but they could use him.
I would love for them to break out the Revolt mold. No, was it Revolt Chaos Traitor? I think it was.
Oh my God, the Fly is awesome. So pull it up on the wiki if you're not looking at it, guys. It's pretty amazing. I'll share it in our Eternal chat.
I feel like that art. If you're in this fandom long enough, you'll see that Dracula art.
I've seen the Dracula art before, but not the Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and the creature from Black Lagoon. It's like a big mouth Billy Bass. You can like seeing Achy Breaky Heart to you or something. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I wish this had gotten made.
Yeah. I would have bought that.
So my question kind of ties into this because
Okay.
it says Universal Monsters at the top. So it almost makes me think that this is going to be a series of at least, 2 or more. What other molds could they use right now to do this. I kind of answered one of my own questions. I think Waspinator might work.
Well,
for
the fly's not a universal monster, is it?
Not sure.
Yeah, but
not
he's
sure
not.
who
He's not
owns
a. He's not a. If the fly was from Universal, he's not a classic Universal Studios monster. So for that, we're looking at Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Creature from Black Lagoon,
I
Mummy.
want to say the original Fly's about contemporary with Creature from the Black Lagoon, so it's not impossible.
Yeah, I'll look up who that was.
But what do you think with molds that we currently have? Is there anything that could work in this series?
I don't know. I just like it's hard to say. Let's see here. The Fly.
Jason or I'm sorry. Well, where was it? Someone in the chat said, Rusted Cross said Fangry into Wolfman.
I think
Yeah,
Weird Wolf.
Either one would work.
If
Actually,
they could make one that didn't break, I'd say Weird Wolf.
I like the Fangry idea. Honestly, looking at it, thinking about it. Why is this so hard? The Fly.
I just want to get a squeeze play in some fashion to sort of complete the Decepticon Junior Headmasters.
Oh, let's see here. The Fly. Produced by
Don would like a Toxic Crusader.
20th Century Fox. Toxie is not a Universal monster.
So that's trauma.
so.
That's
Definitely not.
trauma.
Yeah. And I would be all about a Transformers trauma.
Well, I mean, you've got
collaboration.
Muckman. You know, that's good enough, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Playmates though. Man. I like the Wolfman idea. I'm drawing a blank on like the Mummy. You could probably get by with just about anything. With soft goods. Something that's more humanoid in robot mode. That it could be anything, honestly. Leader Optimus Prime without the cat or trailer would be is shaped enough like a mummy, like a person to be the Mummy.
I keep asking for a zombie Optimus Prime because
We got one.
Did we?
Yeah, last year. Wasn't it Prime Day? It was the alternate universe Optimus Prime.
He wasn't zombie enough.
I mean, they didn't retool it or anything, but he's a zombie.
Well, if they bring Optimus back as the Mummy in some fashion, we need a Marvel Legends figure done up as Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I could see that actually. Let's see here. The Fly was based on a 1980 David Cronenberg movie. So, well, there was The Fly from before that, from '58, and I think it was based off a book.
Would not.
That's a short story. It's based off of 1957 short story.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, so Draculus, I like it. Road Rage, and we've talked about it. I guess I'm a little concerned because that mold's a little floppy. I know people in the UK have already received it. I think it's shipping in Asia, so I don't have any reports on how it sort of what in hand it feels like, but mine's staying in a box and not taking her out. Also, certain toys have started hitting Walmart's. Waspinator, Shadow Panther, Studio Series Gnaw, Jolt, and Voyager Sweep have shown up. Apparently in Canada, the Selects Galvatron, the toy-colored version, has started showing up as well. Yeah, so it's going to get very expensive.
And it turns out that Sweep is a slightly different color than Scourge, so it's more of the toy blue. than the animation colors.
Yeah, so he's got a different hand, and the color is different. So what I'm hoping is that scalpers pass on that.
Mm-hmm.
That they look at it and just assume that it, Cyclonus. I mean, pardon me, Scourge, and they just skip it because I do want a couple of those.
Yeah.
I'm good with just 2 with them. I don't need more than 2.
Oh.
It's not like Gnaws.
Yeah, my Gnaw, the ones I ordered from Hasbro Pulse, I got a notification that they are being delayed.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, yeah, what you gonna do?
Sorry, Brian. Will Jack 64 mentioned that CMD does have sweeps in stock.
Yeah, I don't want to pay. I think CMD store is very good when I need to get something that I'm really excited about. But I'm not so excited about the sweeps that I'm going to pay, the shipping and markup. But I will see what else they have.
Hmm.
Ooh, I got Hordak. Plasma Series Ghostbusters.
Oh, I saw a flocked Panther today at Walmart for the first time ever.
Chris picked me up one about a month ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I've only ever seen them at Target. I have
Panther
never
is not
seen.
flocked at Target.
Yeah, I know. But I have never seen any of them at the Walmart I check from time to time.
Ooh, CMD store has the Afterlife Ghostbusters Plasma Wave 2. So if you really want old Ghostbusters, they are just not my thing. Oh, and the Kid Ghostbusters, also not my thing.
I hope that movie's good. I have doubts.
I am concerned. I am so concerned.
I'm just kind of tired of Hey Remember the Thing movies because I do remember the Thing and I can watch the Thing whenever I want, so I don't need you to remind me of it.
I watched Ghostbusters 2 like 3 times in the last 2 weeks, like normal.
Why?
I love Ghostbusters 2. The kids have Ghostbusters 1 on repeat in the van. There was one day we were driving around doing errands and stuff. They watched it 3 times.
Wow.
In a day.
I remember when I had that kind of patience. I cannot do that anymore.
I still have that patience with Ghostbusters. I still love that movie, and I love Ghostbusters too. I'm just super concerned about this. And I liked the 2016 Ghostbusters. I liked it. Didn't love it. I liked it.
I saw something interesting.
That one.
I think it'll be basically, are they just pushing like, hey, look, remember this, like Rob said?
Yeah, I think
or
so.
if they're actually combining the nostalgic plus this whole next generation kind of thing.
We'll have to wait and see on it. It looks like a rip off of Stranger Things.
Yeah, it looks like a rip off of The Force Awakens.
I just wanted Extreme Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I guess that was too much to ask.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Rob?
I said before that I was going to say saw something kind of neat the other day. Someone has restored the original 5-minute pilot film for the real Ghostbusters, and I don't know if you ever saw any of the promotional art that they used occasionally way back when that had them in gray uniforms with slightly different props and all. Comes directly from that pilot film, so it was kind of nice to see that because I had a TV tray with that painted art on it. So
I'm gonna watch that as soon as we're done with the show.
Yeah, it was nice to see where that came from. And the animation was pretty nice. I'm definitely slightly above the standard quality of the show since they were trying to sell it. So
a couple things actually that I watched this weekend real quick while we're talking about how nice animation something from the 80s was. 2 things. One, the Chipmunk Adventure had the most realistically animated cigarette smoking I have ever seen in a children's movie. But 2, the intro for Alvin and the Chipmunks is pretty darn great. I
remember that being very fluid.
It is. I'm a terrible father sometimes. The 9-year-old wanted to watch the Chipmunks, and she really likes the live action movies. And I basically said, I'm a horrible father, and I'm not going to let you watch that right now, but you can watch my childhood instead. So I'm trying to. So we watched. She really wanted to see the episode where they met the Chipettes, And so I was looking for that. So we watched the first, I guess, the episode with Mr. T. Then I think the episode after was the one where they meet the Chipettes, and I was really taken that I actually it was the animation in the intro is great, and I actually kind of liked the show too. It wasn't horrible. It you know it's not high art. So if you want to see a cartoon about chipmunks that sing pop songs, it's about as good as you're going to get. It held up pretty well. Okay. Let's see here. I think that's it as far as that news item goes. Is there anything else?
Oh, we got a little off track there.
Well, hey, there's not much news. Oh, I don't want to talk about the controversy surrounding this one, but we'll
No.
we'll talk about
No.
the news item. Kingdom Puffer and Road Ranger photos showed up this weekend, and that's as far as we'll go about photos showing up. But Collecticon I'm citing Collecticon as the source of this. Of the if you're aware of what we're talking about, if not, don't look it up.
Just another late entry in the continuing contest for every piece of news in 2021 to be the stupidest thing ever.
Yes. But I really like the look of these. I can't wait to get my hands on those whenever that happens.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice mold. Like
Yeah.
they're all based off a nice, like the source material is good. So that's a nice mold.
The only thing I don't like about the mold is how that it doesn't sit flat in truck mode.
Yeah, I think that varies, which is not a solution, but I think the QC there kind of varies a little bit. Mine sits pretty good, but yeah, I've heard other people complain, so it just speaks to probably some QC there.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
these are a little bit better, maybe somehow.
Fingers crossed. Sometimes they do just work out the bugs on the second and third
Yeah.
releases. So
Yeah, it's always nice to hope.
indeed.
Yeah, and I really am just excited to get another Road Ranger. Not that Transformers Road Ranger, not GoBots, because of course, as I've shared many times, that was part of the eHobby GoBots Minibot set that came out years ago that I sold like an idiot.
Could have paid for the house.
Well, no, did not have paid for the house. It wouldn't. Yeah, no, but it's still a really nice set, and I still really regret selling it. And
it's worth bonkers money.
it's worth it's worth about $1,000 for that set. And I think I purchased it new. I think it was around 100, maybe not even that. And I sold,
there's no way it was like 80 tops. I bet.
yeah, and I sold it at cost to a friend. I don't even remember which friend. It was either Hoop or Phil or somebody. But yeah, wish I'd have kept it. Ugh.
I remember it was enough at the time that I looked at it and went for like 4-6 mini bots. That's ridiculous. Having no inkling that where that was going.
I know, and it's one where I'm like, eventually that will go down in price, and it sure hasn't.
No.
And it doesn't pop up for sale that often either. Okay.
Shuey hobby.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, that's it for the news. Did anybody get anything this week? If not, the show's going to end in like 5 minutes. Yeah, go ahead, Don.
Okay, didn't actually find anything mostly until today, as a matter of fact. And I went to Walmart to get some Massey food. And I would say it would be a shock to find these, but it was more of a jolt.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey,
Yep, Studio Series Jolt. That was unexpected. I looked and did not see Sideswipe, which is the one I kind of wanted. I love the Sideswipe figure, but I did find Jolt.
Which one is Jolt again? Is that the Volt?
Yeah, that's the whoever makes the Volt. Yeah, the one that was like, that was like never ever really in frame. He was always in the background, like for every movie. And I think he had maybe less lines than Skids in the G1 animated series.
Oh, he's also from the Best Movie.
Yeah. And then this and then I saw a reship of Studio Series Jazz, which I haven't seen at all since it's probably dried up over the past 3 months. And where there's Jazz, there's Gnaw.
Oh, nice, Don.
Yep. So I did, yeah. So I was able to. I found Gnaw. It was like, why is there just a single studio? Okay. So I figured that maybe, and that's what it was. So I got Jolt, Gnaw, and from Amazon I got the Skywarp Sideswipe 2-pack.
Oh, good job, Don. That's a great week for you.
Yep. And the Skywarp will be going to Canada for one of our mutual friends in trade for a Kingdom Red Alert.
It's gonna fly all the way to
Nice.
Canada. Wow.
I want to throw it really hard.
I was
Well,
going to
he
say, now
has
that you've got your
wings.
own yard, you have space for a catapult. So
A catapult. Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that's all that I've got this week. But yeah, like I said, if it hadn't been for today's find of Gnaw and Jolt, that's all I would have had would be Sideswipe and Skywarp.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Who else?
I got some stuff.
Sweet.
I got the third Fans Hobby Headmaster
Oh, it's Go
and
Shooter.
Siren.
Ace, no, that's Go Shooter.
Go Shooter. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice box.
I've seen the reviews. There was supposedly a little bit of trouble, diecast, with some of the earlier versions. The protective coating for the decals and stuff was damaging a little bit of the paint, so you might want to be careful while you're transforming it. But I know they went back and they fixed it. I'm just not sure at what point you can tell one versus the other.
Huh. Okay.
But I've heard a lot of good things about that mold. The problems that Athena had, they worked it out with that revised design.
Don, you'll appreciate this one. Taobao, again, for some reason, likes to ship my FansToys without their boxes. So I got Soar, because this is the one of all of them that I'm really scared is going to break one day.
Mine did.
Yeah,
And
so I did the Don thing and got a backup.
Well, I was going to get a backup, and then one of the people on the boards put me in touch with a representative from FansToys, and I was sent a replacement leg and wing. So
Cool.
I have the parts to put them on. I just have not really been ready to brave that yet. But it's cheap. It cost me $20 for the part shipped versus the cheapest I've seen Soar is $220, and I don't have that to drop right now.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. And then I also got, I guess, my third or fourth. I guess this would be my fourth. Gigapower Dinosaur. This is Sludge, right? Sludge.
So who are you missing from the set? Because there was several variations on those as well with different colors.
Yeah, the only one I'm missing is Swoop right now. So he's coming out. He's coming out soon. So I'll have all the FansToys Dinobots. I'll have all the Gigapower Dinobots. I'll be set with Dinobots.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. I got the FansToys, passed on the Gigapower, and then I went small with the Mech FanToys, and then the set I got from Brian last year, the small dinosaur set as well. So I've got just one really nice set. I've got the G2 versions from FansToys, and then I've kind of gone smaller instead of getting the other Gigapowers.
Well, like I always say, Brian was right with that legend scale can be really nice, and I couldn't see it till third party started doing it, and we got some really nice legend scale stuff, and I really like that scale a lot more than I used to.
I like it's the best scale.
I mean, I love my masterpiece stuff, but the legend scale stuff is really cool and fiddle, good to fiddle with. And
Well, once I get closer to being able to move and have stuff in transit properly, I do want to pick up Iron Sky because I've got the Legends class Poison like you have it, and I got the Blitzwing, so I'm going to get the Iron Sky to finish out the trio.
Cool.
oh, last thing, I almost forgot. This is not new. This is the head for the Arc Titan figure, but I got the Shockwave Labs kit that comes with a little magnet. It actually holds on to the screw in the back of the head, but all you do is touch the top, and you got lights.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it's 3 sets of lights, so it'll do that. It'll do. Hold on, don't make me a liar.
Liar.
It'll do. There you go, flashing, and then it'll do like kind of like a pulse.
A Hasbro Pulse?
A Hasbro Pulse.
I beat you to it.
Yeah. And that's it. It's one little thing you put in the head. There's no modifications needed. You just have to undo 2 screws and slide it in there, and it works with the magnet, and the little magnet, clips right into the back of his neck, so it's out of the way. I don't know. I really like it. And it's a nice little upgrade. Non-intrusive.
Cool.
That's all I got.
How hard is it to install?
2 screws.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's easy.
How much was it?
I think I paid roughly with shipping, maybe like, I don't know, $16 or something.
Oh, that's
like
not.
that.
I thought you were gonna say like 70. I'm like, yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, Shockwave Labs does some nice stuff. I've been, and I never knew where to get the stuff, the Shockwave Labs stuff, because it's not something I see on Taobao or even on Big Bad Toy Store or any of those other sites. But they're on eBay. So
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is. That's how what little I've picked up. That's where I found it. Cool. Who else?
I got a couple things just real quick,
Sure.
and then Rob, the floor will be yours. Yeah, and I got the equivalent of that, those glowing eyes for Unicron, again on eBay. So, and yeah, it's like $20 or less. So, mine haven't come in yet, but that looks cool. So
I got mine. I just haven't installed them yet because I put the lights, another set of lights in my Unicron head that's out, and I can't decide if I'm going to take them out of the Unicron head and put the Shockwave Lab one in, or if I'm just going to wait till I open up my second one. So
think about it. Think about what we said in early show, pre-show, I guess. Unicrons are worth their weight in gold, and they're heavy. So I got 2 things real quick, both off topic, but I do not collect Marvel Legends, but I did pre-order and get the Obadiah Stane and Ironmonger sets from Amazon the last week and a half or so.
Okay.
Just because I wanted an in scale-ish Ironmonger sounded cool to me, and I love the Ironmonger design. Really neat, like 2-pack, really awesome 2-pack. And an Obadiah Stane figure to boot too as an extra. So I got that, and then I stumbled upon the Mark III from the movie in Target, and so I got that. So I have a nice little 3-figure Marvel Legends collection. We're gonna stop there.
no, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I think so, because in my head, like, this is an Iron Man 1 collection, right? So it's complete. I'm a completist with the Iron Man.
You can do that with Marvel Legends pretty easy.
Yeah, you can like pick like where does it start and stop. And for somebody who's collecting the entire like Marvel Legends, like if you're trying to keep up with what Marvel Legends is now, I have a lot of respect for you. And yeah, I mean, your wallet is probably literally on fire.
I'll buy the Spider-Man characters that I like in any new version of the comics Captain America, and that's basically it.
But I really like them, and like I said, I think I'm actually quite pleased with that little collection. The other thing is I finally processed all of the kids' toys from the attic of my parents' house, and so we're done. They've cleared out all my things. Again, I don't know what's going on with my parents, but they cleared out all the last bits of my stuff from their house, and I processed it and sold just about everything I could possibly sell on eBay. And I've got one more thing to ship out to a mutual friend of ours for free, for gratis, because I just don't want this stuff. And the one thing that I think I am going to keep is I did have a couple pieces of my Army gear collection when I was a kid. So I do have the rifle, the Army gear rifle.
Was Army gear a brand?
Yes. Now it's Galoob, I believe.
Oh,
so
it's Hasbro now.
Yeah. So if you want semi-realistic guns on the store shelves, Hasbro, you've got the IP for it. So so Army gear was pretty obscure, like Food Fighters. I had some Foo Fighters too, which I sold on eBay for a nice penny. But I'm going to keep the Army Gear thing. So Army Gear was a late '80s, pretty obscure toy line. It's Army Gear, so it is like grenades, rifle, handgun, canteen, stuff like that. And they split open or transform. They convert into miniature playsets. So so this rifle comes apart into 5 or 6 different pieces, and those pieces like unfold into like an army headquarters and a bunker and like a computer room and stuff like that, like war games type late 80s army stuff. They came with like tiny micro figures, which one of them survived the attic, so I've got one of those. But it's just like Bone Age, which was another toy line that was in the attic of my parents' house, and I sold that. So Army Gear, Food Fighters, Bone Age, super weird, kind of obscure late 80s toy lines. If you're not familiar with those, give it a Google. It's worth an evening just to kind of stroll down memory lane of like 1987, 88. They are like legit neat toy lines, very short-lived. Dino Riders gets all the glory, but there's really interesting stuff in the late 80s, and it's worth looking up. And that's it for me.
Cool. It's awesome. Rob, what'd you get?
Just got a couple of things. Thanks to Lita, who Chris and I have known since the Gundam Watch days, and reconnected with a good few years ago on Twitter. I managed to get some Figmas from the one game I play, Fate Grand Order. And I've been getting some theft versions of some of the some figures from that for a while now, because
they're version?
Extensively bootlegged, knocked off.
Oh, okay.
And this is the first time I've managed to get some actual figures from this series, and they're really, the big difference is just quality control. Just the paint is spot on. That none of the joints feel fragile. I don't feel like I have to handle them like super delicately. So just it is definitely worth it to go for the real ones where possible. It's just kind of the difference of I don't know what the real Figma One Punch Man, for example, goes for these days, but you can get the knockoff for like $13. So it's kind of a thing. But Lita cut me a really nice deal on these, and it's the main characters from this in particular are very kind of expensive on the secondary market, so this was pretty much my only chance at getting them on at a human price, and I really appreciate it. So that was just something I had not expected to get, that I'm really happy with. I wouldn't exactly call them a holy grail, but it would be ironic if I did. Someone will get that joke, I promise.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it for now. Everything else is waiting to ship.
Pretty thin week for me. I ordered this while recording the episode of History on the Fives. It's the Transformers. It's the trade paperback of Hearts of Steel. Show it off here. So I've never read it. and people love it. So I'm like, might as well read it. And for whatever reason, I wanted it physical instead of digital. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't have a digital copy of this. I know I do. No, I have a physical copy of it, or a digital copy, but I wanted it physical. So I think I paid like $15 for it on Amazon. It's brand new, so can't complain there. This is something that I was wanting for a while, and I ended up picking up one a year ago, thereabouts. This is another one. I'm just basically buying them until I get like a good clean one with all the stickers. This doesn't have the stickers at all, but it's the G2 Optimus Prime from Dairy Queen. I paid substantially less for this one than I did my first one. Like a quarter, like 25%. This was a buy it now instead of an auction, so wish I'd held out for this one. It's in basically the same shape as my other one, except there's some stress marks on it, but again, I paid like a fraction. I actually drove an hour to pick this up today because they've been showing up again, but not at my local Target. I got the Bumblebee Worlds Collide set. Very
Hey,
happy
good
with
for
that.
you.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, very happy with that. So I've been looking for this for forever, and I don't think that I have any desire to open this, especially with some of the QC issues, like with Fangry. And I just don't care about that Bumblebee or his D20. And I just really want to look at him, especially Black Arachnia and Nemesis Primal. So I can gawk at them through the window, and there is a window here instead of just an open gaping hole. But yeah, like I see people like wanting to get rid of that Black Arachnia, and I'm like, she is so gorgeous. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, that set dried up around here, so that's a good find at this point for sure.
Yeah. They had it yesterday, and I just did not have an opportunity to go pick it up. They still had it this morning, and I'm like, okay. So I placed a pickup order, and using my Target Red card, debit card, which cost me nothing in fees, and I saved 5% on it. So I got it basically for retail, without with minus tax because of the 5%. So if I found a second one, I would consider getting it to open. But yeah, I just mostly want to look at it, and so I'm just going to leave them. So yeah, that's what I got this week. I want to thank our patrons.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, just a quick note, Brian. Just found out that Studio Series Jolt is currently up on Target's website for retail.
Sweet. So it's Target. Target. I'll look for it. If anybody wants
Yeah,
it.
Paladin posted that to Twitter. So
Yeah, right there. Studio Series 75 Jolt for $20. And it's so I don't know why certain toys show up first. I know why, because the fulfillment center doesn't have them. Like this is showing up for me to ship, but then it'll probably go to where you can't ship it, and you can only find it in store. Just weird how inconsistent it is. So, but that's one thing that we've just have to come to accept. Pretty much, the supply chain for toys has been pretty inconsistent. Okay, cool. So I want to thank our patrons at the Touch tier. You can find the list at tfradio.net/credits. Patrons at the Touch tier get mentioned every week. Plus, you can be on the History on the Fives podcast that we record weekly. And that podcast is available to listen to patrons only at patreon.com/tfradio. But as a perk, folks at the Touch tier can be on it. And it's a lot of fun. So I want to thank Kevin Dorsey, patron number 1. Kevin just sent me a text actually before the show, and I need to respond to it. I haven't yet, and I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll hear this, Kevin, and know that I wasn't intentionally ignoring you. Ryan Bona, Cheesy Patty, Emmett Sresovich, Rabbits. I just love saying that. Rabbits. Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Jason Hiley, Mike Mallory, Jay Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, aka Boomer, Spider Bob, Black and White Now in Color, Nate Wilson, Cybertron Toys, and Tyrell Gwynn. Thank you all so much. I mean, a lot of the patrons have been here since the beginning, so thank you. Much appreciated. And of course, we have our Amazon link at tfradio.net/Amazon if you want to buy toilet paper or something. Amazon has started shipping things same day again, so I've started buying things same day again. I don't want to go out to the store. The wife wanted like a hair roller or whatever it is, and I ordered it at like 10 o'clock and had it by 8 o'clock the next morning. Pretty sweet. Let's see here. I actually have this all written down so I don't forget it. Chris can be found at playwithphotography.com or on he ditched his Instagram, didn't he? He still has it at instagram.com/playwithphotography. He is at playwithphotos on Twitter and at patreon.com/playwithphotos. Patreon.com/playwithphotos. He also has an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/ChrisList. So we expect to see Chris back next week, and he may have some fun stories to tell. Or not. Rob Springer's not here. He is at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. I am at bkilby on the Twitters, and you can find basically everything else at briankilby.com. Rob, how do people get a hold of you?
They can find me on Twitter at Figure Reviewers or Rob Flails. Rob Flails is where I mostly talk video games and Gundam, which is incidentally what my YouTube channel Flail Throughs is about and what that Twitter's for. But yeah, mostly on YouTube, I cover Gundam games for the PS4 in specific at the moment. Gundam Battle Operation 2 is still going fairly strong. Just did its anniversary thing, still adding a new mobile suit every week. So check me out Thursday mornings if you want to see what that mobile suit was. If you like what I'm doing over there, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can throw money at me for specific requests for Gundam Battle Operation 2 or G Generation Genesis, and I will do my best to field that particular mobile suit. And also, if you just want to send me stuff, tfradio.net/claylist.
Cool. Diecast.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can see all my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews, and you can also like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast.
Sweet. Donald.
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC4 EVR.
John DeLuna.
That John D everywhere.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll be back next week. Thank you all so much for being here. See ya.
Take care.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, done recording. Jason Murray on Twitter picked up is that the clear Voyager animated? It's the Wing Blade Optimus.
Oh, neat.
Is that a clear one? Oh,
I think.
Yeah, that one from Japan with the power-up armor and Magnus's hammer from the finale.
I wonder if that's the one that I was looking at recently, that I was considering picking up. Maybe.
I don't think they ever issued that in a non-clear version, did they?
Don's moving. So we are going to just end things a little early tonight. So we will see you next week. Let's see here. So goodbye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.